In this video, I'm going to show you how to get prospects to sell themselves on your product or service. Many who are new to sales think that in order to close, you must always be assertive and confident. They think you need to tell them why they'd be a good fit. That's completely wrong. Have you ever seen the movie Inception? In the movie, the main cast of characters need to change the decisions of powerful people. And in order to do that, they actually have to invade the person's dreams in order to plant an idea in the person's mind. This way, when they wake up, they think that idea is theirs and commit to those ideas with intensity. In fact, Leonardo DiCaprio's character even goes as far to say an idea is like a virus, resilient, highly contagious, and even the smallest seed of an idea can grow. The characters know that if someone has an idea, they can and will take action on that idea. But that's the thing, it has to be their idea. Now let's go back to sales. If you try to force the idea that your product is a good fit, then your prospect will almost be conditioned to reject it and you'll end up losing the deal. But if you get them to reach their own conclusions about your product being a good fit, then you'll close that deal. So then how do we get our prospect to come to their own conclusions that they need our product without being able to invade their dreams? There's 3 elements. Ask questions to make them realize their need for your product, make statements that allow them to connect the dots, and use the right tonality and cadence. 1. Ask questions to make them realize the need for your product. Sometimes during a sales meeting, we don't want to ask them questions for our sake. We want to ask questions for the prospect's sake. Let's say that we're selling accounting software. If someone says they're interested in hearing more about our software because they have trouble keeping track of their transactions, it could be a good idea to ask them something like, "Got it, I see. So if you keep managing your records this way, what would that mean for the company in 6 months' time down the line?" This type of question gets your prospect to realize the price of inaction. As they think about their bleak future without your software, they are much more likely to come to their own conclusion that they need your service. 2. Make statements that allow them to connect the dots. Don't tell prospects that your solution is the answer to their problems. Instead, tell them a relevant story of an existing customer. For example, that challenge sounds similar to what one of my clients was experiencing. They didn't know, but they were losing out on over $2 million each month because of their decentralized accounts payable processes. We were actually able to centralize those AP processes and streamline payment distribution. Does that sound similar? Don't force it. Allow them to draw their own conclusion. They might even end up interrupting you with enthusiasm, saying, "That's our company. This is exactly what we need." 3. Use the right tonality and cadence. There are certain points when you don't want to seem overeager. In these cases, you actually want to almost come across as uncertain. You want them to think they're the person driving the situation forward. For example, instead of quickly saying, "Hey, want to hear about my product?" you could say it more like, "Hey, based on what you said, this might actually be a good fit. I could tell you a little bit more about my product, how it could help, but you kind of tell me where you want to go from here." This allows them to feel like they have the reins in the conversation. When they say yes to this, they will feel it like it's their idea and be more likely to invest. So, as a recap, in order to make your prospects sell themselves, you must allow them to come to their own conclusions that your product is a good fit. 3 ways to do this are asking questions to make them realize their need for your product, making statements that allow them to connect the dots, and finally, using the right tonality and cadence. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to go deeper and get inside your prospect's head to get them to purchase, I made a free sales training that helped people all over the world exceed their sales quotas. If you're interested in being like them, I'll leave a link in the description. Feel free to click that. Totally up to you. All right, see you later.